family here in Korea. I'm staying in Seoul for a little bit, and while I was shopping around, I picked up this from Etude House. This is the brand new Real Powder Cushion Foundation. So first things first, this foundation has 3 different shades. I got the darkest. I got mine in Honey Beige. So let's just jump into applying this to my skin without much further ado. For reference sake, I have dry skin. My foundation shade in MAC is about an NC20 to a 25, probably a little bit darker since it is getting closer to the summer months and I do get a little bit more tan. So just to give you guys a close-up of my skin, I have a couple things that I'm trying to cover. I have a little sore here. I'm actually kind of getting over a cold, so my nose has a little sore from me blowing my nose. And I also have a little bit of a breakout here. Is what I believe is from me being careless with my hair products, my dry shampoo. I'm probably getting it on my skin, which I shouldn't be. And it was kind of being dormant for a while. It's finally kind of erupting, so that means it's healing, or it's going to heal eventually. It's not just sitting there on my skin. But yes, I also don't have any primer on my skin. I don't plan on using any powder or concealer. I'm just gonna see how this goes on its own because I wanna see how the coverage is, how the finish looks, how it wears throughout the day on its own. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's actually a very thin package for a cushion foundation. This is a cushion foundation. So let's just jump right into this. So it looks like this on the inside. I've got my puff here, which is actually, it's not blue, but I think they probably just changed the color so it matches the actual packaging. And then we got the foundation here. So that looks like it'll be a pretty decent match to my skin. So this is what it looks like on one half of my face. This side doesn't have any foundation on it. I do have to say that you have to blend certain areas of your face at a time. You can't just like blot it all over your skin and then go back and blend it out because the finish is actually powdery right off the bat. It doesn't take time to set. It's pretty much set as soon as it hits your skin. So you definitely want to work in sections. I think the color match is pretty good, and you can see that the coverage is pretty sufficient. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go over some certain areas again to see if I can build up the coverage, but let's just go ahead and finish the rest of my face. Okay, so this is what my skin looks like with the foundation applied all over my face. I do have to say they're not joking when they say this is a real powder cushion. It is a very powdery finish. It does tend to cake up a little bit, so you have to be careful to apply it in a thin layer. You don't want to apply too heavy of a layer because I can see it kind of caking up around my nose and some creases already. But I'm going to be testing this throughout the day. It's pretty hot in Seoul. It is going to be 79 degrees Fahrenheit here, so it's gonna be pretty hot. It's fairly humid here. I'm gonna be testing this in a pretty realistic, warm type of climate. So I will take you guys along with me. We will see how this wears. This is natural sunlighting. I don't have my artificial lighting with me, but I think natural sunlight is the best way to see this anyways. So we'll get some close-ups here and you will follow me throughout the day and kind of see how my skin looks. Also, I am gonna apply some blush and bronzer on. I think that kind of helps show how the longevity is of the foundation, and yeah. So I will see you guys in a couple hours. Okay, so it's been about 3 hours that I've had this Etude House foundation on my skin. Let me get to better lighting. Get a little, here we go. There's some sun. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. Actually, the fact that my skin has been kind of like sweating all day, or it's getting warm, so I've been sweating a little bit, it's kind of helped because when I first applied the foundation, it was a little bit too matte for my liking, like a little bit too powdered looking. So now that some of the powder has kind of gotten absorbed, it looks a lot better. But yeah, just checking in. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead into VDL, so yay. Alright guys, so it is the end of the day. It is now, well, I guess kind of the end of the day. It's 6:18, so this has been on my face for a total of 9 hours. So I would say this is pretty much how long I would typically wear a foundation. I wanted to hurry up and film since I don't have my lighting because I'm still getting a little bit of natural light, so I want you guys to see what this looks like in natural light like you did this morning. So this is what my face looks like. You can see that this is pretty much visible. This guy is visible again too, but that's because I blew my nose after I had a spicy lunch. And then that's what the rest of my face looks like. I found that because I do have dry skin, it was kind of emphasizing flakiness on my skin and making my skin look a bit drier. However, like I mentioned this afternoon, it kind of worked in my favor because I was sweating. It was really hot today. It was close to 90 degrees Fahrenheit today. So as I was sweating, the powder was kind of absorbing into my skin, I guess you could say. But I feel like on its own without a primer, it doesn't have the amazing lasting ability. I feel like this lasted for about 4 or 5 hours, and then it kind of looked like this for the rest of the day. So as you can see, this was pretty much saying hello to everyone all day long. And yeah, but overall the coverage was fairly decent. I would say it's about a medium coverage. The lasting ability was mediocre at best. I think this would be great for oily skin, dry skin people. If you want to even try this, you'd have to really moisturize your skin. I think I could actually get it to work on my skin. It would just take a little bit more effort. I think honestly with a little bit of concealer, these issues would have been much better, but what are you gonna do? Good morning everyone. So today I am testing out day 2 of the Etude House powderless foundation. So today I actually applied it how I would normally apply a foundation. So I have a little bit of primer on my skin right now, and I actually didn't end up setting it with any powder because this is already a powder consistency foundation. I do have a little concealer underneath my eyes, and that's it. So I'm just gonna see how this wears today. I'm actually going on like a food tour type of thing with the Korean tourism government type of deal. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna find out when I get there, but I'm most likely gonna be running around in the heat again, so this is gonna be a good opportunity to test out the foundation. So I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like now. Going to a food tour type of thing. I believe it's kind of like a cultural type of tour going on with my friend Sarah from Urban Wit, and I'm her +1. Ooh. Should be fun. I'm also testing out the Etude House powderless foundation today. I've already been testing it out for a couple days and filming it for you guys, so I don't know if it's a big old mistake testing out a foundation when I'm supposed to be taking a ton of pictures, but oh well, that's what I do, you know. But I am kind of in a hurry, so that's why I'm walking and Snapchat. I only have Wi-Fi since I'm in the city instead of on the countryside, so that's exciting. But yeah, I will take you guys along with me. I'm also filming today, so it should be pretty exciting. Hey guys, so I'm back in the room. I have had this foundation on my skin for about 8 hours. I did a lot of walking around, a lot of sweating, so I really put this to the test today, and this is what it looks like after that wear. So you can see here, these are kind of showing. It's a little dry looking. Under my eye looks a little dry as well. So overall, I have to say this foundation held up pretty well considering how hot it was today, how much sweating I did. On my dry skin, it does still look a bit dry despite the fact I didn't set it. I did move around a little bit and settle into some pores, so I have to say overall, this isn't the worst foundation ever, but it's not the best. I'd say if I had to give it a rating, 3 out of 5 stars, around that. So I like how it stayed kind of matte and powdery throughout the day, which it's kind of like a Picasso from far away. It looks really good, but when you kind of get close, you can see some of my pores and the dryness accentuating and it's settling and things like that. So I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it is the best. I think for oily skin people it would obviously work a lot better, but I wanted to test this out on my skin type so you guys could see how it works if you have the same skin type as I do. I would say actually for oily skin people it would work slightly better, however I would still say it's obviously going to settle into pores or creases on your face or anything like that. But yes, that is my continual review of the Etude House foundation that is new out in the market. And yeah. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!